What's up, guys? Friday, April the 3rd. We've got another week down. This is the last day. Let's hammer it out. Finish up strong. Got the weekend ahead of us. Got some nice weather coming up where I'm at. So hopefully you guys get out and enjoy it. We're in Jesus Calling for April the 3rd. In me you have everything. In me you are complete. Your capacity to experience me is increasing through my removal of debris and clutter from your heart. As your yearning for me increases, other desires are gradually lessening. Since I am infinite and abundantly accessible to you, desire me above all else is the best way to live. It is impossible for you to have a need I cannot meet. After all, I created you and everything that is. The world is still at my beck and call, though it often appears otherwise. Do not be fooled by appearances. Things are visible or brief things that are visible are brief and fleeting, while things that are invisible are everlasting. So so throughout my life, there was a part of me that felt empty. Um, Growing up, especially through my teenage years, my 20s, and the early part of my 30s even, I felt like there was a hole. There was just something that was missing. I tried my hardest to fill it with other things, women, drugs, alcohol, um, possessions, just all of these things to try to make myself feel better, to try to make myself feel whole, and none of it worked. Um, Through my life with Christ, I feel like that hole's being filled up. I felt whole. I felt complete. I felt, um, I don't know, I just felt finished at that point. I guess you could say it was like that part of me that wasn't there, that was missing. It had been filled in, and it started opening my heart up, and it's funny to me because throughout my walk with Christ, things evolve and things change, and I got this overwhelming, burning desire to get into the book and to start reading Scripture and to start learning all that I can about Jesus and about the apostles and things like this. And so I started studying the Word and studying the Word and studying the Word, and for a long time and in early Christianity, I thought, well, I can't understand it. I have to rely on somebody else to teach me what it is, and I wasn't right about that. God reveals things to me through Scripture. I'm not one of the smartest guys in the world, you know. But I still take things away, and it never ceases to amaze me that I'll kind of be going through something, or I'll have a question about something, and I don't really know the answer to it, and I'll start getting in Scripture and start reading different passages, and it seems like God reveals the answers to me. He's speaking to me through the Word and answering the questions that I have, and that happens a lot. And there's ways that I can relate things that are going on in the Bible to things that are going on in my life, and I feel like I start to get answers for them, and that's just an amazing feeling, and that kind of solidifies that fact that God is still alive. The Bible's the living Word, because it speaks back and forth. The subjective content of how it's speaking to me and how it's speaking to you is totally different, and that's a communication resource that God uses. But when I had that desire and I started reading that Word and reading that Word and reading that Word, and I'm going through and I'm highlighting things, and I come back and I'm reading the same Scripture, and it speaks to me in a different way than what it did before, because my life circumstances have changed, and that's just an amazing feeling. And so if you're not in the Word and you're not studying and things like that, I'd like to encourage you to pick it up and just start trying to read it and things like that, and pray and ask God, to speak to you and give you discernment, so that way you can understand it and be able to give you the supernatural wisdom to take away whatever it is that He's wanting you to take away from. Reading the Word is such a powerful tool of mine. It helps keep me centered. I'm real quick to be able to get caught up in the world around me a lot of times, and I constantly got to pull myself back in, and things of that nature, and through Scripture, I'm able to do that more than what I am with any other tool that I have in my arsenal, to be able to go through this thing called life. And so today, what I would like for you to encourage you to do is to start getting in it. One thing that I really enjoy is the Bible app. It's available on the phones. It's free. It's got every translation out there, of Scripture, and I utilize that. They've got morning meditations and devotionals on there that they're really quick reads, but they get that spirit flowing through you first thing in the morning, which is very valuable. So today, as we're getting our Friday started, getting ready for the weekend, I just want you to finish strong. Stay in faith, keep a positive attitude, speak life into somebody else. Be that salt and that light that we talked about last week. Add some flavor, and get somebody thirsty for God, man. Just be a good example, and um, you know, just do the best that you can, and trust that God's going to get you through the rest of it, and all the chaos and stuff like that we got going on around the world right now. It's going to be all right. God has our back. Why are you fearful? It's going to be okay. I'm here. I'm available if you guys need me. Just feel free to reach out. I love you.